What's happening, everybody? Dave Fleming with Adam Stone, and what a day of men's and women's doubles. Let's start with men's. Everybody had their eye on Ben Johns and Andre Diescu, and it kept getting better and better, and they are going to play for a title tomorrow.
We had a smidge of right side Ben, and that got shut down pretty quickly because Andre Diescu was making balls.
Yes.
He was creating havoc with his forehand speed up out of the air. They looked pretty dang good throughout the day.
So let's talk about one match in particular that they played 80 minutes, and it was wild. J.W. Johnson, C.J. Klinger on the other side. One rally took 2 minutes and 33 seconds by itself, Adam.
Yes, it did.
What was your takeaway from that? Because my phone blew up with, was that one of the top 5 matches of all time? That's what some people were saying.
Certainly in the conversation, and it had a 2020 vibe.
Yes.
The boys were heavy-handed. The dinks were crisp. There wasn't a lot to work with in terms of an offensive perspective, so there wasn't many quick-hitting points, but the level was extremely high throughout.
And I don't understand how these guys can handle that, because as Ben said when we interviewed him afterwards, it would be slow dinks and then 7 or 8 hands battles. Maybe somebody gets pushed back and then they calm it down again. How do they do it?
That's pickleball. That's what it takes out here on the PPA Tour. You got to have the soft stuff, and when things ramp up, you better have the hand speed, and those 4 fellas have it in spades.
Do they ever? On the other side, Christian Alshon just taking over the sport. I mean, he's playing unbelievable. First time with Fed, and they get it done. They'll be in the final, in their semifinal against Deckelbar and Tyson McGuffin. So that's a team that's played a lot together versus a team that had never played together, and they are the ones that are going to play for a title.
Yeah, Staksrud Alshon roaring out of the gate 8-0. The veterans pushed back in a big way, but just a little too much offense from Christian Alshon and Staksrud at the end of that match.
So that's the men's side. On the women's side, the rivalry is back, and until another team pushes all the way back, this is what we're going to be talking about. Now, you, yesterday, picked the girlies in that, but let's talk about how they got there. Annalie Waters and Catherine Parento ran into perhaps the best defensive team on the women's side. They're back together. They hadn't played it a little bit. Hurricane Tyra Black and Elise Jones got tap danced on in game 1, and then, my goodness, the crazy points. They raised their level, the lobs, the overheads, the retrievals. It was magic.
They scrap, they claw, they get a bunch of balls back in play. And Annalie Waters, that rotator cuff had a lot of work. She hit about 50 overheads in that match. And as you mentioned, a lopsided game 1, a very competitive game 2. But Parento and Waters do their thing.
And almost identical in the second women's semifinal, as the girlies looked very good in game 1 against Viv David and Jackie Kawamoto. And then they had to fend off a game point against, or we'd still be playing right this very second, but they got it done.
Yeah, Rohrabacher and Bright, a little stale, a little flat to start game 2. Kawamoto and David rose their level in a big way. Highly entertaining game 2, but the spin and the pace and that tenaciousness that they bring to the court, they were able to get it done in 2 for Rohrabacher and Bright.
And your call, again, are you changing or are you sticking with it for tomorrow?
Oh, absolutely not. Rohrabacher and Bright in 4.
Okay, so there you have it. A men's doubles prediction, sir.
I am going to go with Diescu and Johns.
Okay.
I think they're just, they look good. And Andre just learns on the fly. He's a smart guy. He was getting out of Ben's way. He was making the right decisions, incredible ball making from the right side with the forehand dink. And there is something too, that reach and length that he has on the right side. He was putting balls up the line with that great inside out forehand that he has and mixing up his spots when he needed to.
Yeah, and they got energy from each other. It was not one-way traffic, so Ben Johns very engaged in that, so that'll be fun to see. So those are the gender doubles. The mixed doubles, A.L. Dub and Ben, who were ticked off coming in here, didn't win in Mesa, versus Anna Bright and J.W. Johnson.
Fire and Ice are going to take it. J.W. Johnson and Anna Bright are going to have a day, and I'm picking them. They're going the distance, 5 games, baby.
Wow, so that would be back-to-back events that Anna Lee and Ben entered that they do not win. Okay, Adam Stone. Now let's get to the singles. Alshon, who's been fantastic. He may end up the year at #1. You've thrown that out there against the greatest showman, Jaume Martinez. Vic, not today on the hat. Will it be today for him to get his first gold in singles tomorrow?
3 games for the little guy.
Okay.
Jaume Martinez, Vic is going to get it done. He's going to be dinking and dunking. He's going to be cat and mouse play up at the kitchen line, rolling sharp angles, and the court coverage from that man and the footwork is world class.
It sure is. And then the last match, Leah Jansen, we talked to her. She's changed the diet. She's changed the coaching. She's changed the doctors. And she was terrific. Back up a few days. On Thursday in the win, she'll play Anna Leigh Waters. Where are you going there?
I'm going Anna Leigh Waters. Yeah, Leah Jansen, absolute champ. Great in all 3 events in this particular tournament. Great to hear that she has some things figured out and has some answers with health-related stuff. But Anna Leigh Waters is going to be too much.
Anna Leigh, Triple Crown hunting on Sunday. So that's the recap. That's the look ahead. If you want the order, go to the socials on the Carvana PPA Tour. Coverage starts tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern on Pickleball TV. For Adam Stone, I'm Dave Fleming. Peace.